need you, oh God. I need these beautiful things that I've got.
Yeah, so if you want to buy a car or you want to sell a car, there are key checks you want to carry out before you buy that car. So in this video, I'll be walking you through basic checks you need to carry out before buying that vehicle, so you don't get your fingers burnt. All right, so this is two videos in one. The first one, I'll be walking you through basic checks you need to carry out before buying that vehicle, and the second one, I'll be walking you through steps on how you can sell your car right here in the United Kingdom. So you want to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and share this video to your friends and family members so they get properly guided before buying a vehicle here in the UK. All right, so now before you buy a car, there are basic checks you should do even before going to view that vehicle in any location. The first check you want to carry out is just popping the car registration number into the government website gov.uk and putting the car registration number, check the MOT history, and make sure it is within a reasonable amount of mileage covered. Make sure there are no much advisories. Advisories are not really existing fault, but they are potential faults you want to pay attention to. So make sure the advisories are very low. Also read the advisories to know what they are. Is it the tires, the whatever could be the advisories. You read and understand them properly and decide if you want to buy. The next thing you want to carry out is, this is very crucial, that is the HPi check. The HPi check is the overall security, safety and history of that vehicle. So the HPi check reveals whether that car has been written off by insurance, probably it had serious accidents or damages. The HPi check also reveals if that car has got standing or existing financing. You don't want to buy someone's existing finance in that car, so make sure you do that. The HPi check also looks at if that car has got any damages or kind of structural defects, and the HPi check also reviews the tax rate for that car. For instance, this car I'm selling, this particular car is for sale. It's the HPi checks reveals how much are you paying for tax. This car is £35 for the whole year. Yeah, so that's very crucial, you know that. The HPi check also reviews if that car was stolen or it's not. So you must carry out a HPi check before buying that vehicle. All right, so having done these basic checks at home, are you still interested in that car? So you ring the seller, go inspect the car physically. Now when you get to that vehicle, before you even test drive the vehicle, make sure you go around the vehicle, check the bodies, there are no scuffs, check the undernets, check if there are oil leakages, fuel leakages, open the bonnet, check the engine properly, inspect properly, check if there are scuffs or scratches or whatever you want to check. Check the brake pad, check everything, check if the tires has got the good tread depth. The threshold, the tread depth here in the UK is 1.6 mm. You want to make sure, put your hands within the treads to see if it's still alive right there on the tires. Check all that properly. Now, having checked the exterior, now sit inside the car, check if the radios are working, check if the ACs are working, check if the sides windows are working, check the side mirrors are working, check everything, the seat belts, check if the handbrake is working, or if it's slacking, check if the clutch, the brake are slacking, check if the gear selection is working. This is very crucial because you don't want to buy a car that the gear stick is not working. Make sure you turn on the ignition, check if the first gear, second gear, reverse, third gear, all the gears are working properly. This is very important. Check all that. And now, having checked all that, the next thing you want to do is to test drive this vehicle. Make sure if the seller puts on the car radio, turn the radio off for the meantime while you drive on different roads, on the streets with bumps, on a street that is smooth. Drive through as you're driving. Make sure you're paying attention to any horrible sounds, and make sure there are no warning lights on the dashboards. All right, you want to make sure there are no warning lights before you continue buying or not. So as you're driving through different streets, make sure the tires are working properly. There are no knocks, there are no bangs, and yeah, when you do all those checks and you think you want to go ahead buying this vehicle, now good, negotiate on the price. If the price is okay, if it's not okay, but you have to negotiate further on the price. And now request to know why the seller wants to sell that vehicle. Sometimes they could say the truth, sometimes they could lie, but just bear that in mind that it's part of the checks you want to carry out. Find out why he or she wants to sell the car. Most sellers sell for different reasons. Yeah, so make sure your HPi check should reveal so many information about that vehicle you want to buy. All right, so also check out for request to see the V5C logbook, because this shows you the number of owners or the number of persons that have bought that car. Check the name on the V5C, whose name is on the V5C on the logbook, whose name is there. You want to cross-check that. You want to cross-check the reg number on the V5C logbook with the reg number on the car. If they tally, make sure they are the same, and ask the seller whose name is on the V5C. You might need to check that with his ID. Request to see his ID or any proof of identity. Sometimes a genuine seller, the V5C might not be in his or her name, because most car dealers or traders don't always like transferring their vehicles in their name, so that it doesn't increase the number of owners of that vehicle. Yeah, that is the fact, but it's advisable you request to see the V5C document and check whose name is on it and the address and all that. So yeah, haven't checked all that. Now you want to still go ahead buying this vehicle. Now if you have agreed on the price with the seller, so yeah, you're good to transact. Now the seller is going to rip off the number 6 on the V5C. Is going to tear off. It says new keeper slip. The new keeper slip, that is this one, something like this, the new keeper slip. So he's going to rip it off, tear it off, put in your details, the date that transaction happened, and he's going to issue this to you. This is the green slip that has been given to you, the new keeper, the registered keeper, or the buyer of that vehicle, and he's going to use the other details in this V5C logbook to write to DVSA or the DVLA to change ownership of that vehicle from the current registered keeper to you, the new keeper, and within 5 working days or 1 week period, you should receive your own V5C or logbook in your name. But before that, you would have sent your name, your address, your postcode to the seller. He's going to use those particular, and your email address. He's going to use these particulars to write to DVSA that, hey, DVSA, there is a new registered keeper for this vehicle, and here are his details. So DVSA will now prepare a new V5C or logbook in your name and your address and your postcode, and it will be sent to you within 5 days or 1 week period to your address, to your postcode. And you have now become the new registered keeper of that vehicle. All right, so now you've gotten your V5, so you can now tax your car, pay insurance and all that. With the V5C reference number and all that, you can now go to the government website gov.uk and apply to register your tax, your car, or to pay your tax. So you pay monthly or you pay annually for that vehicle. All right, I believe you've gotten you've gotten information on this. Now, if you've got any questions or comments, leave them at the comment section below. Let me know what the question is, and if you've got any experience as well about the checks you need to carry out before buying a car, leave them at the comment there to enlighten others so that they can buy safely. Yeah, so having said that, the next I want to explain about is how you can sell your vehicle. Now, if you want to sell your vehicle, you need to first of all understand your vehicle properly so that you can have a clear description or a clear explanation of what that vehicle you want to sell. You can sell your vehicle in different platforms: on Facebook Marketplace, on Auto Trader, on Motorway, or We Buy Any Car. Different platforms you can sell your vehicle, but most of them are not free anyway. For instance, Auto Trader, you have to pay to sell on Auto Trader. You can also sell on eBay. You have to pay on eBay to sell as well. So you want to look at those platforms and decide if you're okay with how much they charge for you to sell your car there, and all that. So having done all those checks, get clear pictures or videos of that vehicle. Make sure they are crisp clear. Make sure you give a clear description of that vehicle and put a very competitive price. You want to find out what your type of car and the specifications are currently being sold in these platforms. Find out the going price of that your car and the specification. Find out what should be an ideal price to tag your vehicle. So put in a price, put in your location, put in all the descriptions, and boom, you're good to go. Now, when these inquiries keep coming up, make sure you're very engaging. Make sure you communicate very clearly. Most sellers don't communicate. They just read a request and they just ignore or snub it, and this could really hurt your sales. So you want to make sure you're very interactive with your buyer prospects. You communicate to them, make things easy in a very polite manner. Don't abuse people that offer you below price. Just be fair, be polite, and trust me, within a short while you're going to sell your car. All right, I believe you've gotten value from this. Now, if you've got any other means or platforms of selling your vehicle, please leave them at the comments below so that others can take advantage of this and sell their car. I believe this video has been able to enlighten or educate someone out there on how to buy or sell a vehicle. Please, please, if you've got more ideas, more information on how to buy and sell cars, leave them at the comment below to help others navigate through this path. It could be quite daunting and complex sometimes to new buyers and new sellers. All right, so thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, you want to smash the subscribe button so you're notified when we drop new videos on this channel. Yeah, please give this video a thumbs up so the algorithm can share it, can recommend it to others as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
legends from the world of football. Marcus Gale, Gordon Strachan, John Aldridge, Keith Curle, Sean Scannell, Jim McNaughton, Rob Fox. What goes on the field and a lot off the field. Yeah. And you can listen to all the latest episodes now by